This is huge for the Thunder as Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was voted unanimously All-NBA First Team by a list of panelists, along with Nikola Jokic, the only two unanimous All-NBA First Team players. And this has important implications for the Thunder for years to come, money-wise and also kind of hype and popularity-wise going along with the team with having a player with the skills of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. What up? It's Bryson Akins here with another Thunder Digest video for you guys today. Before you get all this, though, I want to take a moment to recognize I set a goal of 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month. In a matter of two days, you guys have bumped us up from 800 to 855. I know we can crush this goal. We got a few days left. And just like I've mentioned before, to reach this goal, just hit that subscribe button. If you guys like the content, you find yourself coming back, hit the subscribe button. It's the best way to support the channel. And now we can finally get into what we're here for this video. As Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, as you guys may have seen already, I think I'm a day late on this. Sorry. It's been a busy few days trying to, there's been a bunch of stuff going on with the Thunder. But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, unanimous first team All-NBA, as you can see here. Only two guys to receive those voting were him and Nikola Jokic, 495 total points. Then Luka Doncic, who I thought was also going to be unanimous first team. I thought he deserved it. I'm going to be honest, Mavericks fans, if you guys are watching this, Luka fans, if you guys are here right now, I thought he should have been unanimous as well. But someone voted for him in second place, as there's been a lot of guys this year voting for awards, all NBA, all defensive teams, all rookie teams. There have been some weird votes going on, and that might be something we talk about later on in another video, going over that, especially with some of these guys voting Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, like talking about the only few guys that voted for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for MVP, Chet for Rookie of the Year, and some of those other guys out there with these votes. But it is huge, huge, huge for the Thunder, as this is kind of solidifying SGA's career as one of the greatest Thunder players of all time. When you look at this list as well, OKC Thunder All NBA history, first team, you have Kevin Durant with 5, Russ with 2, then Shai ties him right there at 2 as well, and Paul George with 1. And he doesn't have a second or third team. He only has first All NBA first team awards there, accolades, 2 of them to be exact. And then also, when you look into the list of other guys that are All NBA first team, he has as many first team selections now as Dwayne Wade, John Stockton, Tracy McGrady, Gary Payton, Pete Maravich, Pistol Pete right there, Penny Hardaway, Spencer Haywood, Jim Pollard, Bernard King, Bob Friedrich, David Thompson, Dave Bing, Alex Groza, and Russell Westbrook. And so he's already joining a pretty good list of guys there with all NBA first team selections, as there are some all-time greats and then also Hall of Fame players and in those lists right there. Sure, Russell Westbrook only has 2. He has a few other all NBA selections as well. If we go back here and look at his Thunder history of all NBA selections, he has 5 second team selections. He has 8 total all NBA team selections there. So of course, all right, there are guys already in the Thunder organization and in the entirety and history of the league that have more all NBA selections than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. However, he's been in the league 6 years now. His first year in LA, he wasn't the guy. His rookie year, he wasn't the guy. He was trying to develop. And when he got traded to OKC, that's when you saw him start to develop a little bit more. But he was never really the number one option, this guy that's going to lead this team, until about 3 years ago when it was Josh Giddey's rookie year. That was when you kind of noticed he was taking this next step to kind of become the franchise player and lead player on this team. Even then, a lot of people were thinking, man, is he really going to be this guy for this team? And then the year after that, he was all NBA first team and MVP candidate. And then the next year, same thing once again, who was a guy a lot of people thought should have won the MVP award. Lost to Nikola Jokic, came in second place. And he's really solidified himself as one of the top players in the world, in the league. And also this guy that the Thunder are going to build their franchise and future around. And speaking of that, this is where the implications come in with him now being selected to another All NBA first team. This is what caught my eye, as Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is now eligible to sign a 4-year, $296 million Supermax extension after making All NBA. That's $80 million in year 4 of the extension. That's an insane amount of money. It is. That can really eat up a ton of your cap space there. But this is where the implications can kind of change and shift a little bit. Is with the new salary cap and tax going into the league now, especially with the new TV deals and rights going on with the NBA, teams are now going to have more money to spend in free agency. And so it's going to help out these smaller market teams like OKC when they're trying to lock down these players and give them the extensions that they deserve, such as Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, in years to come. That's what it's going to help out this team a lot, especially when you look at some of the contracts that we have already. You look at Shai's contract already, and it's taking out a significant chunk of the cap space and cap room for the Thunder at the moment. Then Lu Dort, who we have on a pretty nice contract for years to come, one of the best defensive players in the league, and his last year of his contract with his team option, making $17 million. I personally think that's a steal. Chet Holmgren, who's going to be his last year of his rookie contract, $13 million. Josh Giddey, if he does stick around next year, making $8 million, he'd probably be worth a $25 million extension, in my opinion, with the new contract. You have guys like Cason Wallace as well, who's a 12th pick in the NBA draft, who's developing as one of the league's premier perimeter defenders in the league. And his last season of his rookie contract will be $7 million. So that's also a steal right there. And once again, if we keep him, Ousmane Dieng, $6 million in his last year of his rookie contract. J-Dub, $6 million there as well. J. Will, $2 million. Isaiah Joe, next year, he's going to be worth $2 million. Even thinking about extending him and Aaron Wiggins. So some of our younger guys here that we have on contract, this new SGA deal can definitely, it can mix things up. It can make it difficult to keep some guys, because then it makes you think, okay, maybe we got to get rid of these guys here. That way, we don't have to go ahead and offer them these contracts. And then once SGA is available for an extension before he becomes a free agent, we have enough money in the bank to go ahead, give him that extension so we can keep him and lock him down for years to come and have him retire as a Thunder. And so it makes the front office think a little bit more and have to spend their money a little bit more wisely now. And it kind of makes it where you have to find one of these guys in this young core and this what we did with the rebuild, all these guys that we got from it. It makes you think, who's going to be this odd man left out that we're not going to be able to lock up on a long-term contract? Because I feel like Lu Dort is always going to sit around for a majority of his career now, with how well he's been playing defensively, how well he's been stepping up offensively. His three-point shot's been getting better each season. It kind of makes you feel like, okay, he's going to be this guy that's going to be worth $20 to $25 million a year. Chet Holmgren's always going to be a max guy after what he did in his rookie season. J-Dub also going to be a max guy. And so we have our three max guys in SGA, J-Dub, and Chet. And then it comes down to, who do you want more in the starting lineup there? Who do you want to keep more? Lu Dort, the defensive clamps, one of the best defensive players in the league, or Josh Giddey, who's one of the best facilitators in the league? And it becomes a serious conversation there. Who do we keep? Because just being honest, when you look at the money, when you look at the contracts, you're going to have to get rid of one of them, and now the Thunder have a lot of thinking going on with that and figuring out what's this core going to look like for years to come. Are we also going to keep Aaron Wiggins and Isaiah Joe? If we're really going to try and give Shai Gilgeous-Alexander this, when we look at it, 4-year, $296 million Supermax extension, are we really going to get rid of them so we can keep him? It just makes the organization think a little bit. Or, hypothetically here as well, you don't see it very often in the league anymore, is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander willing to take a pay cut just to stick with this squad so he can try and win a few championships down the line? But I'm interested in what you guys think that the team is going to do in the comment section, so go ahead, tell me down there what you think is going to happen after Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is now eligible for this huge contract extension after making his second All-NBA first-team appearance, and we'll see you guys in the next video.